Hello, YouTube. Why, it's FIFA here, coming at you today with the 6th episode of For the Card with a German squad in the German Cup, and I'll get into that in a little bit more detail in a couple minutes, but we get right into the gameplay, and sorry I haven't uploaded in a few days. That's just because I was at home celebrating the holiday weekend, a nice little 4th of July with the family and friends. Hopefully if you guys are from the States, you had a nice holiday weekend too, just took it easy, relaxed, enjoying the summer. But we get into this first game here, and we start off strong. We get a couple goals, and we're on the road. But I didn't have a fitness team this tournament just because I tried out a couple fitness teams, and they weren't up to my standards, and I was losing a couple games with them, and I was getting a little frustrated. So I just went out there. I was conceding a lot of goals, so I picked up the team of the season, Sulu, and that Boateng, just to have rocks at the back. And my wing backs were a little bit weak, and so my opponents were able to take them on, and I was conceding goals that way. But luckily, I was using the same wingers as my opponents most of the time, and so I was able to hit them right back at them. And I like to think that if it comes down to a battle like that, I can score more goals than my opponents. But getting into the midfield of this team, there's some really solid players. You know how much I like Khedira. If you've watched my previous For the Cards, which should be in the playlist, go ahead and check it out. I use him in my Team of the Season Serie A tournament, and he's just a rock in that, and Khedira is a rock in this team as well. Just such a great little defensive player, and I shouldn't say little because the man's huge. But then we do have a nice little player in Philip Lahm, who's just a reliable defender, and he's always where you need him on the pitch, skirting around, high work rate, but it works well on him. I don't really like it on other players, but it works well on him and his partner on the right side, Lars Bender, who scores a beautiful goal for us coming up in a really important time, and they did what they were supposed to do in the midfield. But you can see here, I go down in this game and my controller actually died. I couldn't believe it. But then I had to scramble around the house trying to find new batteries, and we get the goal back and we go into a penalty shootout, and it's going well. But you'll see I fluff it up in a second. I missed my first one, but luckily this guy wasn't too good of a penalty shooter, so I was able to determine where he was going. But at the same time, I also let this go on for a little bit longer than it should have. I knew where he was going, but I make a couple stupid dives, and it doesn't work out. So if you guys are watching this, let me know what your penalty kick strategy is in this game, where your preferred area is, or how you like to defend them. Just leave that in the comments below. I think that's just a nice little thing to learn. I'm always interested in trying to figure out new ways to outsmart my opponents. It's just such a mind game there. And you see, I turned on the training little button there. Game's getting intense. You can tell when you have to turn on the training button. Just kidding. It was an accident. But Khedira, there we go. The man of the hour, puts it in off the crossbar. Beautiful little finish. And we're coming up against teams like this a lot. I don't think I come up against a really solid, pacey issue team until later. But as I say that, this guy gets a goal. But we come back, and Jerez Jerome Boateng doing what he's supposed to do. I really enjoyed the aerial threat of this team. They're really good from corners, and at the same time, they were able to defend. And we sneak a little ball in here, and a beautiful finish. I'm pretty sure that's from Schürrle. Beautiful finish into the far corner. Always reliable. Great little player. Definitely pick him up. I tried out that in-form Julian Brandt, the silver, and he did really well, but it wasn't necessarily what I was trying to work with. I think I needed a little bit more pace in this tournament. And we get in on through there in 3-1. That's always going to seal it. Semifinals are always tricky for me, but luckily we were able to pull out the bag in this one. And you see we come up against this nice team with Royce and Bellarabi, and that combo was just killing me. Those were the main people that were killing me and my wingbacks. But we get a nice little build-up play here right off the kickoff pretty much, and Khedira turns in a beautiful footed finesse shot, top corner to start us off. That's always how you want to start off a final. And then you just got to keep on the pressure. No mercies in these finals, especially for a tournament reward like this one. Playing for 5K and a mystery pack. I was really, really interested to see what the mystery pack is, but look at that. There's another header goal. Beautiful little placement. But coming forward, I have another For the Card recorded, I'm pretty sure, and that reward is only 2.5K and a mystery pack, which is a little bit shitty. I mean, come on, EA. It's towards the end of FIFA. You should be giving us like 10K rewards, not just 2.5K. I just think that's a bad little issue for them, especially coming out before a new game. You don't want to have your name being stained. I mean, I know they're working on FIFA 17 a lot, but they're such a big company that they should be able to do that. And unfortunately, I skip over the celebration scene like an idiot. I usually love to do that, where the confetti's raining down, and everybody's jumping around a little and then they take that picture. I love that little scene, but unfortunately, sorry boys, not today. And you see, I open up my mystery pack and you're going to see what we get. We get a jumbo gold pack. That's actually a really solid pull. I was really happy about that. That's like a 20K pack or something like that. And then I found out that it wasn't untradeable, which is another baller reward. And so, unfortunately, we don't get anybody super good, but we're able to discard the coins for this too. We pick up that Agaza, and then the contracts here always got to give the club maintenance. But Agaza is going to come into play in a new series I'm trying to do, an exotic hybrid series. You're also going to be seeing, towards the end of the week, a Fiorentina career mode. I'm really excited about that too. But tomorrow's video is actually going to be a FIFAnomics Power Hour, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. Make sure you check out my streams on Wednesdays, but also follow me on Facebook and Twitter so you can stay up to date with my content. Like and subscribe if you like what you see. Definitely subscribe, it helps me out. But most importantly, stay wise.